know.
But how do you deal with that in your own life? I mean, you know, we listen to music. I listen to music on the computer. I use the computer. You know, I drink plastic bottles. It's like, where do you even start in your own life? I mean, you know, you can grow stuff in your backyard. You can compost. You can try to reduce. What do you do to try to deal with that issue so that you feel better?
I try to keep sane and try to reach for information. You know, I think the revolution is in everyone's mind. You know, we ourselves, if everybody's in place, everybody's in place. You know. Meaning everybody knows what to do.
Right, okay.
You know, I don't want your job, you don't want my job, I don't want it to be somebody I cannot. You know, we see a lot of that stuff. You know, like people want it to be something that they are not.
So if everybody does their part, you're saying.
I mean, it fits. You know, I mean, it's hard to portray something that doesn't exist like that. You know, I think we have power enough if we you know. If we put energy on that and really get away from religion and politics and monetary system and be a human being, you know.
And maybe get away from texting too and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, it's like communication, you know. It's been proved that we have communication, telepathic communication. Right. We can talk in different manners. You know, the word, actually the invention of the word is very weak, you know. That's why we have lawyers. We have the fucking same contract. If you put 5 lawyers on it, each one of them is gonna be the same words in a different way, and he's gonna convince you the 5 times, different times. You know, it's like a whole type of.
Sure.
You know, it's weak.
Sure.
It's weak.
The language is still
For me, telepathic. You know, like
music.
You know, sounds, and you know, it's there.
Right.
You know, there's a lot of a lot of things we don't see, but it's there. So, and we are able to do it. You know, we have a brain, you know, which is amazing, and we have to be more a part of nature instead of just, you know, we could fly without planes. We could go anywhere in the fucking universe. You know, I believe in
with
that.
Your mind. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, in different ways, in different speeds and energy, we could transform ourselves in energy and be back, or. You know, who knows?
Well, there's the Aboriginals in Australia. They do artwork from the air for many years before and without airplanes. So somehow they're taking their mind, and then there's people in the Amazon who do artwork that looks like inside the cells.
See?
So they're going down and up. You know, it's like a Carl Sagan. You know,
so that kind of, you know, you see there are people there that have the power to cure, you know, without instruments, just with you know, we have a lot of energy around. We are energy, you know.
We should be able to try to reform our plastic then to try to do something with our trash. I mean, maybe like
we're much smarter than that.
Like in that scene in Star Wars where Yoda takes the thing out of the swamp. You know, it's like maybe no. The changing of the label from SPV to Nuclear Blast, how did that come about? How was your relationship with SPV, and how did it go when you relaunched the Alex album a year? It came out in 08, but you relaunched it in 09.
Oh, it was great. I mean, SPV, we did a really good relationship. It was very important when we left Roadrunner, you know, to have somebody there that really believed in the future of Sepultura, didn't have all that fucking prejudice from, you know, working with the old Sepultura and then Soulfly and 2 bands and stuff. You know? So for us was really a relief to leave Roadrunner and be with SPV. And we did a great job, and unfortunately, you know, 1 or 2 years ago, SPV was just like bankrupt.
Oh, okay.
They have a lot of different financial problems, and the whole personnel, you know, including the president, was taking off. You know, everybody left, so they have a whole new people there. But we know we managed to have like a deal that they kept our back catalog, the stuff we did together, and at the same time, you know, we were free to move on, you know, to go to a different place, because it was very uncertain there. You know, we couldn't wait. You know, I mean, we have our, you know, doing an album, etc. And we were very lucky to find Nuclear Blast. You know, they came right away, and they are also from Germany. You know, they're there forever. You know, surviving all these different changes and stuff. And
it seemed like more stability
Yeah, I mean, they're a metal label, you know, they really understand what metal is all about, they understand the fans, they are metal fans themselves, you know, that created that label, and they're still there, you know, people work there like for more than 20 years, and it's good to feel that excitement, also to have Sepultura with them, you know, it was great, you know, and since last year we're doing a great job, just, you know, preparing everything, and, you know, the whole plan, you know, for the release, and so far so good, you know, it's amazing.
How playing metal so much shows all these years, how difficult is it to maintain your love of metal as a listener?
Well, I'm not that worried about my listener abilities.
I mean, I know you listen to a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but I'm not a music hunter, you know. I don't go there like trying to find out what's new, what's going on, and I let music comes naturally. I'm a professional in music, but I don't depend on music.
Okay, okay.
If you know what I mean.
Sure.
You know, I still listen to music as a fan. You know, I have my iPod, still listen to all those, you know, Black Sabbath, you know, Metallica,
Rainbow, right?
Rainbow.
You're Uli Roth too. You like Uli Roth, right?
Yeah. All that beautiful stuff. You know. Plus, you know, some newer things here and there. I have my kids also. They brought a lot of stuff at home, like, you know, High School Musical, Miley Cyrus, and Justin Bieber, whatever. You know, it's cool, you know, because at least you know what's going on.
Right.
But I'm not really a desperate guy to try to find musical ideas, especially like in the last 10 years probably. I'm trying to find musical ideas away from music, you know, especially in the books, which is very, you know, you really trip, you know, far when you read a book. It's like that thing, you know, me and you can read the same book and have like different images about the character and the situations and stuff, and experiences, you know, like traveling and seeing things, you know, everything can be music. You know,
whenever I write, I go to other mediums, or I'll read something completely unrelated to what I'm writing about, just to kind of keep the soil fresh, you know. And the same with music, so I completely understand that. And I know you're, you know, long-time classical guitar.
Yeah, I try to study as much as I can. You know, it's still a big part of me. I love it, but it's very hard. I mean, touring, you know, you have to taste nails and stuff, but it's there, you know.
I mean, you know, it just makes me wonder how much somebody gets burnt out. I know that Igor, towards the end of his time in the band, had kind of moved away a little bit from metal and said that it was too many bands all the time, you know, doing this. But, you know, say something like a band like a 06 Celtic Frost puts out a new album. I mean, I know Derek's a fan, I know Igor's a fan. You know, how exciting is that when a band like that you've known, you know, or Voivod or something like that, Slayer. I mean, I know you're doing some dates with Anthrax. How much do you still get excited for that?
Oh, I think it's great, man. You know, in this last, I don't know, 5 years or so, you know, it's been the age of reunions, you know, and it was great to have the chance to see them, all these bands and stuff.
Soundgarden soon.
Soundgarden, Police, and even System of a Down, you know, like came back and so short, and Anthrax, and, you know, Police, and whatever. But one of them, you know, some of them was pretty cool. Some other reunions was kind of like, you know, too much like plastic reunion. Sure. You know, like, wow, whatever, let's put them there and make some money and stuff. But I think it's great, you know. Music, it's music. It's like, especially nowadays that nobody sells CDs anymore like they used to be. So everybody has to be on the road. You know, Paul McCartney is playing Brazil again tomorrow. You know, he was in São Paulo last year.
Okay.
I mean, you know, that's unheard of it. You know, everybody's out, you know, collecting, you know, passing, you know, like in the church.
Yeah, they have. Yeah.